Afternoon, everybody. Hi, AWO. What's up? Good afternoon, guys. AWA in order. A Saturday afternoon. Yes, afternoon stream because I'm doing a stream with a buddy of mine later. Let you all know. I'm doing a stream later tonight with a buddy of mine, Finbar, on my wrestling channel. So that's why I'm doing this early afternoon stream for you guys. I don't know how busy this is going to be. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, whatever. If you're new here, do all that. Please. AW here, we talk about entertainment stuff. Sports, not sports, but movies, sports. Movies, TV, video games, comics, all entertainment related stuff that intervene with pop culture. Alright, so I don't know how many you're going to be here, but I'll say hello to the people once they chime in, they come in. Yes, I did schedule for 4 o'clock, so we started about a couple minutes earlier than usual. Okay, that's okay. Here's the chat. Here's the Grassy. Do what now? All right. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Not this afternoon, I guess. This is not gonna be like a 2-hour stream. Because I do want to take a bit of a break before I get into talking with Finbar about wrestling for Saturday night's main event tonight. So this is not gonna be a long ass stream. Because first I want to end it, then get dinner, and then do that stream with Finbar first, right? Because I'm doing that stream with Finbar 7 p.m. Eastern time, an hour before Saturday night's main event. And in between, so before 7, I want the stream to be over with, and I want to have dinner by then. That's the plan. Okay. Okay, yeah. So there's Blinded, Degrassi, and Hunter Iggy. How are you doing? Like I said, Blinded and is addicted to Marvel Rivals. Drinking some milk. Yeah, I'm drinking some milk at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. Yeah, I really am. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying. I am drinking some milk at 4. 4. Breaking so many nerd brains. Who are you talking about? The Snyder fans, or just like I don't know? Okay, yeah. You know what's weird? Not really strange. Yeah, blinded. This is gonna be kind of a solo stream because I don't like. This is gonna be a solo stream because I'm not planning to go that long. So this is gonna be a solo stream. Sorry, guys. That you all know. Uh, but yeah. Tomorrow won't be a solo stream. Of course, Batman's gonna be mentioned in the Clayface movie. Has to be. All right. So make sure to like, please. Like, share, subscribe. Do all that shit for me, please. All right. And I'll even. Oh, right. Of course you're playing right now, Blinded. You're addicted. Only Michelle Obama could save your ass. All right. All right. Yeah, but we really did talk about this yesterday, actually, on Let's Talk Pop. Blinded is there. If you saw it, Blinded was online. George was online was in the stream. I mean, obviously, Degrassi and all that. we were talking about it yesterday, and I did. This dream might have not have happened if Craven, if I was gonna see Craven, but even Craven, I'm gonna say this: Craven is so bad that it's not even on. It's not even on sites that pirate movies. I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not fucking kidding. That's how bad a movie apparently is. Pirated sites that pirate movies and TV shows don't even have Craven on it. Don't even have Craven on it. That's how bad the movie is. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I checked. Yeah, I just admitted to yeah, pirating on here, but whatever, man. Oh, before I get into this topic once again, I have a funny thing happened to YouTube happened to me from YouTube today. So, yesterday on stream, right? I showed the Hogwarts and Ted, right? Mashup, you know, the mashup of Hogwarts and Ted, right? And obviously there was licensed music being played, right? There was licensed music being played. So obviously you get hit. So I did not get hit with a claim. I did not hit I did not get hit with a claim. But I did get something really funny. Something really, really funny. Much funnier than a claim. I got hit with a partially blocked. Now what this means, sometimes some content you have will get partially blocked in some areas of the world, some countries of the world. For example, sometimes some of my content does get blocked in like in some countries in Asia, whatever, like India, Bangladesh, whatever. But from that video, I my where I got partially blocked is you're not gonna believe this. It's two countries that got partially blocked. Russia and Belarus. Yes, Russia and Belarus. Russia and Belarus. Yes, I'm not making that shit up. The Russians blocked. The Russians was partially blocked. The Russians couldn't stand it. The Belarus, I don't know, the people in Belarus couldn't stand my stream, so they had to block it. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not lying to you guys. Really, Russia and Belarus, it was partially blocked in those two countries. I'm not fucking kidding. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm like, do I want to take out the songs and just to have Rush so it could be played in Russia about it? So like, fucking no. I'm not catering to the Russians. Fuck no, man. I'm not catering to them. After them invading Ukraine, why would I fucking cater to them? Cater to them and Putin? Putin? No. Fuck them. Not South. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't like the song on American Idiot. I don't know. By Green Day. Oh yeah. I'm surprised too, man. I'm surprised too. When I'm even surprised, I'm referring to something Blind that told me in Discord. All right, man. All right. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Degrassi. It's good to see you guys. I'm sorry this is solo streaming because I have plans. You know that, right? I have plans. So, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but sometimes when you have guests on, you go longer than you originally planned because you don't want to be disrespectful and tell people to stop. Even though as a host, I'm like I have to say, I have to stop somebody in the tracks when they're speaking out. Right, right, good. Go for MVP. All right. Um, you guys are too much for Russia. All right, man. I guess we're. I guess we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about this again. Um, Clayface is greenlit. I said this many times. I said this yesterday, and I said it like 3 days ago. Right? Clayface was greenlit. It was breaking news on my Let's Talk Pop stream with the Chris Evans thumbnail. Right? RJ was the one. Unless RJ was the one who told us about breaking news, and I checked it for myself. Yes, it's breaking news. Breaking news. All right. Uh. So Clayface is happening. Mike Flanagan's writing. Matt Reeves is producing. Right. And now we know the release. All Empire's Fire, just not like this. But some of the stuff that's happening in Western democracy is going to rise to empires, though. If we see the fall of Western democracy, we're going to see the rise of an empire. That's scary, though. Just ask Star Wars. Just ask Star Wars. Star Wars is a perfect example of that, right? Democracy, dictatorship, democracy, dictatorship. It's always a pattern. I'm, So, Clayface, and we have a release date, man. September 11th, 2026. Yes, you heard me, 2026. This is not something coming out 3 years, 4 years. This is something coming out in a year and a half, basically. Well, it's December. Little bit over a year and a half. Not 2 years. A little bit over a year and a half. I'll just say a year and a half. Year and a half. Year and a half. So like it's really really surprising that they're releasing this movie this announced movie this quick, like Clayface. All of a sudden, like Clayface, really this quick. They're getting ready to work on it quick, and release as quick as possible. Also, it's not supposed to be a big movie, a big budget movie, right? According to reports, 40 million is the budget, 40 million, and I know DC has said there's gonna be some movies that are not gonna be heavily budgeted, like like right. I know they said it like Marvel. Marvel always has high budget films, but I know DC and Warner Brothers said not everything is gonna be high budgeted. They're gonna pick and choose, right? Unlike Marvel, where Marvel, yeah, some other films will have a higher budget than the other Marvel films, but they always make sure it's like 100 million or more. If you get my point, okay? Yeah, it is sooner than I thought too. Kate Siegel. Oh yeah, that's Matt Flanagan's wife. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, that's her. Oh, she'll probably star in it. She always starts. She always stars in his projects, right? Like almost everything. It's gonna be. It's not gonna be horror. It's not gonna be a bit. It is gonna be horror. It is gonna be horror. But but Kate Siegel's definitely gonna be in. I mean, I think that's a guarantee. She'll be in Clayface because she's always in her husband's films. And right now, it says Mike Flanagan wrote the screenplay for the film, but with no director. There's no director, but I think it's safe to say I'll be pleasantly shocked, surprised. And I think most of you would be sorry surprised if Mike Flanagan is not the director. I think he'll be the director. I think it's just a foregone conclusion. He'll direct he'll direct the his movie that he wrote. I think it's obvious and it's the wise choice, smart choice. Uh, he did say he wrote it based on inspiration from the Clayface from the animated series, the Clayface episodes. So if he was says he's inspired by the Clayface episodes in the in Batman anime series, I think that just sort of signifies that he's going to direct it. I think that pretty much means he's going to direct it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like I don't know why they just have just come out. No MVP. Yeah. I don't know why he just has announced it. Just announced that he's gonna direct it. I mean, like, isn't it obvious he's gonna direct a movie? Yeah, why wouldn't he direct it? Yeah, like, yeah. I don't see any other. I don't see any other I don't really see any other options. Like, I mean, there's other options, but like reasonable options. Yeah, he is a showrunner, Carrie. Yeah, yeah, the reboot for Carrie. Now, also remember, this is a DCU. Shit, man, I'm fucking yelling. Oh my god. I'm sorry for the cough. Don't have a cold or anything like that. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry. Uh, so yeah. So remember, this is gonna be the DCU, not gonna be part of the Batman universe, right? This is not gonna be part of Matt Reeves' universe, despite Matt Reeves producing this film. You gotta understand. There's kind of I think what happens here is that Gunn Gunn has possibly given Matt Reeves some control, some creative, not creative control, but creativity, some power, some leeway with Batman related stuff in for DC Studios. Life of Chuck, is that what got moved back this year? Yeah. I think what happens is Gunn is like, you know what, we like you, Matt Reeves. We want you to focus on Batman stuff. Are you willing to focus on just on not just on your universe, but all Batman related stuff? They give him some leeway, give us some creative control, give him some stuff, not creative control, but creative on that. Like, you know what, like, and taking less pressure off Gunn. Gunn will still be his boss. We'll still have to go up to Gunn and say and get approved, but Gunn must have confidence in Reeves for Reeves to work on the Batman related stuff, the Batman franchise, the Batman lore, whatever, part of DC Studios. Whereas for his universe, the animated stuff, like the Crate Crusader or DCU, it's kind of like something with the original plan with Gunn. Gunn Gunn was supposed to be the architect. And now Degrassi could back me up on this because I think he said this before, and it's been reported before. Gunn was supposed to be the architect of the cosmic stuff in the MCU, but that never happened. Remember, he got fired, so stuff like that. He was supposed to be the architect of the cosmic stuff in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And recently, there was supposed to be like came out a couple days ago. There was supposed to be kind of spin-off films from Guardians, three other films from Guardians that Gunn was hoping would get created and spin off. But you know what? He wrongfully got fired. Wrongfully got fired. And things been he in Marvel was never the same. Never the same. He probably wasn't. He probably. I mean, like he can say all he wants about Guardians 3, how he's treated, but he was. It's quite obvious. It's quite obvious. The air in the air in the room when Gunn ever stepped in Marvel or whatever was not the same air that both parties were breathing. It was thick air, right? It was thick, and stuff like that, right? We know he wasn't specifically happy with some Avengers stuff, so I think he's like, you know what? They did this. This was supposed to happen to be Marvel. I was supposed to do this aspect of Marvel, but I like how you're doing Batman. I'm gonna give you control on the Batman related stuff. He's gonna give aspect and the Batman aspect of things to Matt Reeves. Okay, and maybe that's a good thing, right? That could be a good thing, you know. What has Matt Reeves done? What thing has not been good for Matt Reeves on the Batman related stuff? Nothing. The Batman's been good. Penguin's been good. Yeah, he didn't direct it, but he worked on it. He helped work on it, right? He was he was part of the team. Also, and Cape Crusader, right? He helped work on Cape Crusader. So no, I do think, and Blindness brought this up. I do think, and I do. Thank you. That's what Degrassi says. I do think he need. I do think he should be produced with Andy Muschietti about Brave and the Bold. Be work on that. Work on that with Andy Muschietti. How come up with ideas for B&B, Brave and the Bold. Okay, this is basically what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what I'm basically saying. Okay. And look, Clayface is not like one. Clayface is not specifically the villain I would see. Oh, getting a movie from the one of the Batman villains, getting a movie ahead of others. But we have seen success of the Penguin and the Joker movie, the first one. But Clayface does have interesting backstory. If it's exactly what Matt Flanagan said, it's going to be based kind of like the animated series. That is a tragic origin story, villain story, origin story, stuff like that. It is tragic, but if you watch the later episodes in the anime series, Clayface just keeps dwelling into madness, falling into madness. Okay, and okay, uh, I would seriously not think, but he would get a movie Clayface. But this is the thing. This is the thing. Mike Flanagan likes to write horror stuff, horror related stuff. Now, his horror related stuff is not just a horror for the sake of horror. It has story behind this, right? His horror has stories. If you really look at his horror like movies, yeah, they're the horror genre, but what makes them good is not to me, it's not really the horror elements. It's actually the story behind the horror elements. Actually, the story. Okay? The story. And also, there's meaning behind this stuff. There's themes behind this horror movies, horror shows on Netflix. It's not just horror for the sake of being horror, like Jason or Scream or Michael Myers, Halloween, Freddy Krueger, right? There's story behind this horror stuff, and that's the kind of horror I like. I like horror with good story, with good. Probably. I like horror movies and horror shows with good storytelling. With good storytelling and good story behind it, not just generic storytelling. That's see, I'm not the biggest horror fan as you can tell, but I just like horror with good stories. With good stories and themes and stuff like behind it. Just just more than just fucking jump scares and gore and stuff. There has to be what to me it has to be why I want interest and why to me there has to be something behind this horror movie for me to and watch it. Okay, okay. I mean, like, it's not like I don't watch some of the horror movies uh without a good story, cause but I just I just need something behind it. I just need details, themes, story elements. And Mike Flanagan is one of the few horror directors. I feel like there's more than just horror elements to his to his work. Okay, to his work, because that's what makes a good movie. Yes, this is what I'm thinking. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Yeah, I think it's gonna be safe. That's gonna happen eventually. All right, all right. Now, some people are worried. Some people are worried what does this mean for the Batman 2? Well, the Batman Part 2 is not the same universe, but I do see where people might be worried because because 2 months late, a month later, a month later, Batman Part 2 does come out. But it seems like Batman Part 2, the updates of the updates on that film seem like it's going slower than they thought. Than people slower, it's going slower than they thought, or something like that. It seems like you're not gonna. It seems like yeah, they made this plans to release it on this date, but the process of this, the process getting to filming, getting a script handed, getting to casting for new people is gonna be new actors, new actresses gonna be cast in the film. It seems like a slower process than they originally intended. Okay, and it seems like Matt Reeves is a perfectionist and wants to get this done perfectly, right? And when you think like that, when you think like that, when you think when you think like that, yeah, it could definitely. They can't. You're never fully 100% sure. It seems they could delay the process. Well, according to Jeff Snyder, they may have the villain down. The next, a major actor for the next villain. It's a credit this possibly the Batman Part 2 script is done, but due to certain contractual obligations and current negotiations, they can't say that it's done. It's possible. James Gunn says he hasn't seen the first draft, right? He said he hasn't seen the first draft, but I don't want this movie to get moved back again because this movie was moved a year later because the strikes really affected. I mean, yeah, the strike affected this movie greatly, right? Mega definitely affected this strike. Huge, huge, right? The writers and actors strike, and Degrassi thinks. I mean, I don't know what Degrassi thinks. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but there might be possibility that I think in 2026, I think the actors and writer strikes collective bargaining agreement expires in that year. I don't know what month it expires, but I think it expires that year, and we possibly could have another dispute and strikes in 3 years, in 2 years time, 2 years time, almost a year time. Now I'm sure studios do not want another. I'm sure they do not want another a mess after specifically after 3 years because this doesn't look good. It does not look good. The studios and uh because I feel like the actors did not get all they what they want, and there were some people I know there's some people in the SAG or part of SAG, Walk of Fears, or part of SAG were not fully happy with the deal they got that they agreed upon. Mid 2026. Okay, I know that for a fact there were some people in SAG, right? SAG Afro were not exactly happy with the deal they got from the studios. It expires May 1st. Yeah, May 1st, man. May 1st, just before Doomsday, right? Avengers Doomsday. So if things are not going well, expect a fucking early, a weeks, 1 or 2 weeks before Avengers Doomsday comes out premiere. Expect that, because that's just right before Doomsday comes out. And to me, and I said this, so that's really 2.5 year, right? Degrassi, because they got the deal done in November, right, of last year. So that's not even 3 years. That's more 2.5 years, right? That's not a good sign. I'm sorry, that's not good. If SAG contract? Okay. Okay. If you feel like you want a if you feel that you're gonna be secure, you do not sign for 3 years a CBA. You do not do that. To me, you go 5 to 6, 5 to 7, 5 to 7. 3 years is not good. 3 years is not a good sign. And who knows what the movie industry will be like in 2 or 3 years, man? Because the movie industry is changing rapidly, rapidly. The entertainment, not just the movie, entertainment industry. Let's say that. Let's say that, man. And I'm sure they. This is what they gotta do. When it comes to 2025, sometime in 2020, start fucking soft negotiations. Soft negotiations, okay? Early soft negotiations. That's what they gotta do. 2025 soft negotiations. I give you an example. I'm a hockey fan, NHL fan, but you may not know this. You may not know this. Back in 2024, 2025, we had a lockout. Had a lockout, right? Lockout. Lockout, okay? We had a lockout, right? Lasted a year, so we lost a year of revenue, and players lost a year of salary. And they got a deal done. 2012, 2013, we had a lockout to the NHL. Half the season was lost. They managed to get a deal done in January 2013, so they had a 40-something game schedule, right? All right? Okay? 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 And then now the NHL CBA ends at the end of next season. So this season, end of next season. But the good news is in hockey, unlike the last previous CBAs that were not going well, in the NHL, it seems they're going very well this time. It seems like to the two sides of PA and the NHL, it's it's going it's it looks like they're actually on the same wavelength, and there's no issues with each other. There's small issues. Every CBA has small issues, but not major issues that cause a strike or a CBA. MLB strikes, but the MLB hasn't had a strike in a very long time. I mean, it is recently have a lockout, but that lockout ended out before the season. And the MLB is healthy, man. The MLB is healthy, healthy as hell. The only way I see the MLB going to a future lockout, is a lockout. Yeah, that's true, Degrassi. The only way the MLB goes to a lockout strike is if the owners want a cap. And I can tell you one thing, a hard cap. I can tell you one thing, that might cause division between the high payroll teams and the low payroll teams. If you got like the teams like LA, both LA teams, Dodgers, Angels, both New York teams. Um, Toronto is a high payroll team because they have a lot of money. Toronto's a big market, big, but against against well, the NHL is growing in the states, man. That's why the revenue is going up. That's why the CBA is going up. And I'll let you tell you one thing: MLB is actually on a decline. It's on a decline. But if there was going to be a strike or a lockout, I think it would call a division between the high payroll teams and low payroll teams. Because you got teams like Tampa, Oakland. Now Oakland's going to be Sacramento, then eventually Vegas, right? But you got teams in mid markets or small markets. They won't be able to compete with big market teams like both LA's, both New York's, even Chicago, Toronto, even San Francisco. They won't be able to compete with those teams because those teams could basically pay anybody, buy anybody, right? Baseball. Football has a hard cap, right? NHL has a hard cap, but football relies a lot on drafting, right? Same with hockey too and basketball. Baseball, the thing is, yeah, you gotta rely on drafting in the minor leagues. But to be honest with you, if you have the money, you go for the big price free agents. If you can. What minor leagues do? Minor leagues players, yes, they may be future. Some players may be the future of your team, especially on teams that don't have high payrolls. You might use, but what they really are, some of them are just assets you can use in future trades. That's it. Now, 35 kills, but I don't know what I'm talking about. The problem with baseball is not money. It's really not really money. This is not really money because the high payroll teams that generate most of that revenue, stuff like that, a lot of that money does go to low payroll teams. They get an extra few million. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, NHL, the cap goes up. It's going to go up. It means the revenue is going up, right? If the sport's making revenue, it means the cap is going up, right? And eventually you'll get teams like Toronto in the NHL, Toronto, New York, the Kings, Boston, Detroit, with 100 payroll teams, and there's going to be teams that are not able to get to that, but they'll have the ability to at least spend as much as up to that. The ability to, but not exactly the money to. Exactly the money. The hard cap is there to punish big city markets. I'm just saying, big city markets in sports, and try to make it even playing field. Now, what was ridiculous about baseball is what crazy about baseball is the guy Juan Soto signing for 15 years. There should be a max of how many years a player should sign. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. That's fucking crazy. Why would you do that? You might have to pay the Bobby Bonilla stuff. Yeah, Clayface as director. It's Mike Flanagan. It's my fucking Mike Flanagan. It's Mike Flanagan, right? It's Mike Flanagan. Stop killing people blinded. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So how far in we've gone? All right, 39 minutes. Guerrilla style shoot, nice. Underground, Lucha Underground. No, I'm kidding. Don't. All right. But once again, guys. Once again, let you all know. Um, we're not gonna end this because I'm gonna go a bit of a rant about Sony a little bit because there's some information that came out today about Sony. But I'm gonna get to that after I'm done talking about DC. This really pretty pissed me off about Sony. This is what just pissed me off when I read about Sony today. Today. But I'm gonna get to that after, and then I'm gonna end that with the Sony stuff. Fucking idiots. Nope, no Degrassi, no. So so DC apparently has 4 movies scheduled for 2026. 4 movies, only three, only three official titles. Only three official titles. Okay, only three official titles and a unnamed fourth movie. So, well, we'll get to the three titles: the Supergirl, Clayface, and Batman Part Two. But at the end of May, supposedly there's an untitled DC movie. The end of May, same month as Avengers Endgame, and I don't think. Look, I don't think you have to worry about Avengers Endgame. Not Endgame. Fuck, I say Endgame. Avengers. I mean, yeah, you have to worry about Endgame to put back there. I mean, it'll do a lot of money, but Doomsday. But I don't think you really have to worry because Doomsday comes out in the early May, but and this movie is supposed to be scheduled at the end of the May. I don't think it's gonna be one of the big DC movies. So if you're expecting competition between DC and Marvel in May, uh money rise, money rise. I mean, there's no Doomsday's gonna make the most money no matter what that year. So whatever. Quality wise, I don't think it's gonna be Teen Titans movie. Quality wise, I don't know. That's a different question. But it's just not like a BVS versus Civil War situation. And I know those two movies came out in different months, but this won't be like that. I don't think it'll be like that because there's no DC movie that's going to be able to compete with Avengers Doomsday. I don't the Batman Part 2. Batman Part 2 might do well. Batman, don't get me wrong. Batman Part 2 might do well, right? Will do well. Rickett and Mona are doing very well. So there's no reason why Batman Part 2. If Batman Part 2, if they move it up to May, I think it'll still do very well, even with Avengers Doomsday. Okay? Batman Part 2 might be the only one to do as well. As I say. But I don't think they're gonna put Batman Part 2. I don't think they're gonna move up Batman Part 2. I think it's just gonna be like a lesser tier movie. Like a Clayface movie. I think Supergirl, if it wasn't Batman 2, Supergirl is their premiere movie. It's their premiere movie that they want. Is their movie they're gonna put the most effort in, most focus point in. Okay? Like Clayface, yeah, Clayface will be some people will be interested in Clayface, but this is Supergirl. This is different. This is different. I think it's gonna be the same with 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 this untitled movie. Untitled movie. It could possibly be Degrassi. It could possibly be right. It could be Sergeant Rock. What if it is Sergeant Rock? What if the untitled movie is Sergeant Rock? Yeah, May 29th is yes, May 29th. What if it's Sergeant Rock? I don't think it's a Teen Titans movie. I won't say. I don't think. I mean, Teen Titans movies might do well though. It might do well even up against Endgame. Doomsday. It might do well. But I don't think it's gonna be Teen Titans. I think it's gonna be Sergeant Rock. I think it's gonna be Sergeant Rock because I don't think Sergeant Rock is gonna be all that difficult to make compared to. Because I don't think Sergeant Rock would be. Sergeant Rock to me would be like it won't be CGI VFX heavy. It'd be like right. I don't think it'd be. I think you could do a lot of practicals to Sergeant Rock and stuff. Okay, so I think Sergeant Rock would be easier to make than the other DC movies. So I think they could get that movie. I really think they could get that movie done for that year, for that date. I really do. If they just announce Sergeant Rock's gonna be start filming next year, something early next year, I think they could get a movie done for that date. Because I don't think Sergeant Rock is gonna be as big as a tough as a big as a process, tough as a process as the other movies. I don't. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Sergeant Rock. That's where I'm gonna go with the Untitled movie. We got the director, right? We already got the director for Sergeant Rock, right? So, anyway, seen Sergeant Rock? If you watched episode 3 of Creature Commandos, spoiler, Sergeant Rock is in the flashback scenes for GI Robot. Maybe we'll see in the Sergeant Rock movie live action GI Robot. Right? And it's Pops Commander Boulder. That's funny. That's funny. 438. All right. So like I got. That's what I think. I think Sergeant Rock. Now, it definitely could be, wrong. Obviously, I'm just saying think. I don't know. I just think, but I think it's the most logical choice. Okay, Sergeant Rock. His grandpa is General Melton. You're funny, Mo. That's funny. You're funny. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny. That's good though. Good jokes. Um, yeah, Supergirl's come out in June. All right, so okay. Okay. Luca makes movies fast. So yeah, so it will be. That's what I think. You agree with me, Degrassi? You think it'd be Sergeant Rock, right? You think it'd be Sergeant Rock? I don't think it'd be. I don't think it'd be like. It'd probably be like your Clayface. Clayface is Clayface is 40 million budget, right? Sergeant Rock will probably be like a budget like that. Will probably have a small budget, right? And it probably doesn't need to be a CGI VFX fest, right? So I think it's just so. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Sergeant Rock. I that's to me like all signs point to that, in my opinion. What else is Kyle Waiter? What else is Kyle Waiter? I did it for the rock. I did it for the. I did it for Sergeant Rock. I did it for the rock. Okay. Oh, I can see that. I can see that. Especially Snyder fans. Especially the Snyder fans. All right, I'm gonna turn the light on. Ah, there we go. I know, man. What do you think I'm doing this stream now? You think I'm Love Needle drops too? It's time for the main event. Oh fuck Mark Henry. That was horror. Alright, man, this Sony stuff gets fucking Fucking ridiculous, man. There's stuff is coming out finally about Sony and the Spider-Man verse. There's Sony Spider-Man verse. So, man, isn't this doesn't this make you bad as a Spider-Man fan? Doesn't this make you upset as a Spider-Man fan that Sony was never prevented from having Spider-Man appear in any of the villain spin-off movies? They chose not to use him. Doesn't it make you upset that they chose not to use him and they could have? And it could have? I mean, like, come on. We've been saying that. We've been saying that. Where's fucking Spider-Man? Use Spider-Man. My God, use your franchise player. It's like it's like you build a team, but you don't have a star. Okay? Okay? You don't have a star. You need that star, and then you can build that team. It's like this. For example, it's like this. If you're a rebuilding sports team, you draft your franchise player, and then you draft or acquire players to build around that franchise player. That's what you got to do. That's what Spider-Man is. You build around Spider-Man. Spider-Man is your franchise player. Spider-Man is the core of the Spider-Man universe. It's fucking it, right? I don't, man. Man, and apparently they never really bothered to try to get Tom Holland Spider-Man. They could easily come up with their own Spider-Man. It was just they didn't have, and they just wanted to create these spin-off movies as a way to keep the IP going, right? Going and going and going. And it told Craven. It told Craven to break them. To break them. It told Craven to reveal all their secrets that we kind of already knew. That we kind of knew. We knew already. We knew. I mean, like they're saying that Spider-Man. Sony said they could have used Spider-Man in these movies, but they never chose to use him. Yeah, we could have knew we knew we could have used him because they own the Spider-Man rights, right? We knew they could have used them. They just come out flat and admitting it. So if we already knew, I think they could have. But the thing, you know what? Now I think about it, they could even use. They couldn't even use the Peter Parker name. They couldn't even. And Madam Web, they couldn't even say Peter. They couldn't even say Peter. Like fucking what? They couldn't even say Peter. Why? And then they come up with this bullshit. They said Morbius. They claim Sony insists that Morbius made a profit. Was actually profitable for them. He said Sony said Morbius was actually profitable for Sony. Um if it was profitable, it had to be on streaming. It had to be on fucking streaming. It cannot be on from the box office. There's no way it was profitable from people going to the box office, or there's no way it's profitable from even from buying Blu-rays or DVDs. There's no way that movie is profitable. Why are they smoking out of their ass? Seriously, who, who the fuck who is bullshitting this stuff? It's profitable. What? Are you fucking kidding me? That movie was not profitable. I gotta read this article again. Yeah, yeah, it's the same article that I showed last night. That I showed last night. Um, I've been saying, Degrassi, Disney needs to get full control of Spider-Man for a while now. I've been saying this for a long ass time that Disney needs full control of Spider-Man because this can't continue. Sony cannot insist on making poor, poor movies, poor, poor movies like this just because they don't care. Because obviously they don't really care. They really don't care. The only thing they care about is like Into the Spider Verse. I don't know. That's it. I do wish Kevin they find a way. Shawnee must not. Oh, really? Nice, nice. I hope it's I hope MCU picks some good villains, like the top tier villains, some of the major villains. I like to see the Hobgoblin in the MCU, but I feel like Hobgoblin might be in a Spider Verse. Marvel will be restricted from using these characters until at least 30 days after Sonic movie hits VLD. Ah, I see. Man, can't. I know what? If I was Disney, it's clearly it's because these Spider-Man movies are not profitable. Besides Venom, if I was Disney, you know what to do, DeGrasse? Instead of a fucking deal, I'll come up with a huge offer to buy everything Spider-Man related from Sony. But not from the movie stuff, the entertainment stuff, not the video games or anything that was Sony. That's a different deal. That's a it's a different department. But if I was Disney, I'll come with a huge fucking offer into Sony. Be like, you know what? We want every character. We want everything Spider-Man. Just buy them out. Basically, buy back all the Spider-Man stuff. If I was Disney, I'll just do that. I'll just do that. I'd be like, nah, okay. I would just do that, man. I'd be like, here's Disney offering whatever to Sony, and be like, we want all Spider-Man stuff. This is our offer. Good offer. An offer they can't refuse. To be like, okay, well, we accept. I would just do that. Screw the deal. Screw that deal. Just buy everything from them. Offer them a deal and buy everything. Buy all Spider-Man stuff for them. Because this lackluster stuff from Sony cannot continue. Cannot continue. Because can you imagine being with Todd Wolfman, Avi Arnett, all this, coming up with ideas with what we're gonna do, Spider-Man spin-off ideas, and they're probably just like not even being serious. They're just come. How about we do a movie on this guy and we get this director and this make it and they're probably like, let's make it as bad as possible. Like What the hell? Because this shit really can't continue. This stuff cannot continue. I'm sorry. A lot of us is probably Spider-Man fans, and we want to see good Spider-Man movies, right? And even if they do spin-offs, we still want to see good movies, right? We give free passes to movies. Okay? What's this? Okay, it's fine. Oh man, it's too early. All right. So what else? That's about it. All I have to say. Hour stream. That's not bad. Thank you, Degrassi. It's for them to move on. Um, yeah, Sonic needs Disney more than Disney needs Sonic. Exactly. Exactly. You know what? How about this? For every movie from now on, Sony makes, Disney gets involved. MCU gets involved. Disney gets involved. Good quality. And make it part of the MCU. Move on. This just can't continue, man. This can't really continue. Move on, kill. What's up, Cyrus? I want to see something. Did John Campea go to the Game Awards? I want to know if John Campea went to the Game Awards. I want to see if Campea did a video on the Game Awards. Nope. He did not talk about the Game Awards. Ah. Damn. I want to see what Grace Randolph. Did Grace Randolph make a video on some of this stuff? Oh, she did do a yeah, okay. Okay. How about this? But we're talking Spider-Man. Spider-Man stuff. Their Spider-Man stuff. Shit is shit. It's horrible. It's despicable. It's disrespectful to Spider-Man. All right. How about we do double duty tomorrow? Double duty. I mean, what I mean by double duty, I not mean two streams tomorrow, but I think I have a plan for tomorrow. Okay. At night, around 7 or 8 p.m., 7 or 8 p.m. tomorrow. 8 p.m. tomorrow, most likely, Eastern. All right. I'll do something. I'll create something for tomorrow. We'll talk about. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cyrus. I know you came in late. I'm just ending it here because I have things to do. Um, um, Continue watching the replay if you want. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna look at John Camp and Grace Randolph's. Both of them, they're both thoughts on the Clayface movie being announced. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow. Double duty. Campia and the Randolph to go tomorrow on a Clayface movie. On a Clayface movie being announced. I don't know which thumbnail to use. I don't know which thumbnail to use. I don't know. All right. Sorry for the hour stream. It's not bad. You know what? You know what? Because I wasn't sure. Because the 2 hours, I have to do a stream with a buddy. So on my sports channel, my wrestling channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Check out my shorts if you haven't.